y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kathy. I am a stay-at-home mom here in Virginia. I love to do all things antiquing, thrifting, and homemaking. If that sounds like you, then you have definitely come to the right place. In today's video, I am actually celebrating my birthday, and I'm doing that by going to a few new antique stores, as well as hitting up some Goodwills. I would love for you guys to stick around. Let's go shopping and see what we can find today. Morning. Good, thanks. So anytime I go antiquing, there are a few items that are always on my list. I'm always going to look for mixing bowls like this one. I love all things woods and any kind of English pottery. And today I am specifically looking for two new collections that I want to start. So stay tuned and you'll start seeing what I'm looking for. All right, for those of you who have been here with me before and have gone shopping with me, you know that I love kitchen items, and this peach basket caught my attention. How incredibly beautiful is this basket? I absolutely love booths like this. I get so much inspiration, and I saw these gourds. I have been seeing so many people decorate with these and using them as like basket fillers. How about you guys? Does anybody still decorate them, or is that just a fall thing? I'd love to hear it in the comments. I loved this little vignette right here with the basket and the books and these gorgeous cast iron bookends. I thought it was stunning. Now, I have mentioned it in previous videos. I don't personally decorate with this blue. I think it's called spongeware. Y'all please correct me if I'm wrong here. But I thought these were very pretty mixing bowls, and I actually did take a look at them and really consider it because this booth was also 25% off. But I'm not there yet, y'all. But I think the blue is pretty, and I love it in other people's houses, but I am just not there. But I will be honest and say that it caught my attention today, and I found myself looking at several pieces that were blue today. All right, y'all, here is the first thing that I'm looking. This is the new pieces that I would love to get a collection on. I mentioned it in several videos before. You guys have seen me look in these primitive wooden bowls, but I want to start my collection, and I would love to have, 5 or 6 of these wooden bowls just stacked up on top of a hutch or something like that. But that is one of the items that I am looking for today. So you will see me picking up several bowls and looking at them today. Y'all, and then I saw this rake, and I thought this would be so cute out on a porch, maybe with some baskets hanging from it, or something for the spring. But I just thought this was really cute, and my mind went crazy thinking what I could possibly do that on my porch. And y'all already know there is no successful thrifting or antique trip without me rummaging through some linens in some booth. Today, this was one of my favorite booths in this store because they had such incredible pieces. And this piece right here, I will tell you guys, it ran around in my buggy for the majority of my trip. And ultimately, at the end, I did have to do a buggy check, and I did end up putting it back because I love something else even more that I pick up later. But I really loved this piece. I'm going to show you guys here. I actually pulled the tag because I wanted to see where it was from. And I actually found their website, and I'm going to share that here with you guys because they have some incredible pieces on their website, and I'm absolutely going to end up probably buying from them. But I just absolutely loved this table runner. I thought it was perfectly primitive. I loved that it was reversible, and I thought it would look fantastic in the fall, or excuse me, in the summer during Patriotic. And y'all, now I'm showing you my absolute favorite booth in this entire store. This primitive booth, y'all, when I say I swoon in this booth, and I will go ahead and give you a spoiler alert, everything that I bought from the store today came from this booth. Here's another one of those wooden bowls that I found. I probably saw like 5 or 6 in the store, but this one, it's clearly not antique. It's not vintage, but these are ones that people have like carved into, and that's just not what I was looking for. So I did have to pass on that bowl. Here's something else that I always look for. I love these. I think they're called pantry boxes. But this one someone had painted on and DIY'd it, and I was like, man, that's, I mean, someone did a really good job if that's your thing, but I was like, they ruined this pantry box in my opinion. So yeah, I passed on that as well. across this booth when I saw this butter mold. Absolutely beautiful. I loved the aged wood on it, but it didn't have any type of print or stamp on the bottom. And then look what's right beside it, y'all, some butter pats. Now, I personally, the butter pats that I collect, I like the chunky white ironstone ones. I don't typically do, patterned or the ones that have gold or anything like that, but these are very pretty. So I'm definitely going to leave them there for somebody else to appreciate, but I really loved that little collection. All right, so that was fun. So I have not been in here, probably close to a year. I don't get up this way because it's almost about 2 hours from my house, about an hour and 45 minutes or so. So I don't come up here very often, but I always have such a great experience every time I come here. So it was a really good day. So I did pick up one of their flyers so that you guys could see it. We're gonna do car hauls because I want to make sure that I get it, and honestly, I will probably forget it. So y'all, today is my birthday and I am out celebrating, going shopping, and then tonight we have church. So I am mad rushing through. I want to try to hit like 4 or 5 stores. So I'm going to be filming. So we're going to do hauls in the car. So I did pick up a few things. First thing I got was that masher. Now I will say this is not typically the color that I like, and there is some staining on it, but I figure if I put it in the hutch like that, you won't see it. But it was $2, y'all. I couldn't leave it there for $2. I was like, okay, yes, it has some flaws, but I think I could hide it. So for $2, I definitely picked it up. And then I am starting a new collection. I really want to get those wooden bowls. I talked about it in a previous video. I am trying to get a stack of wooden bowls, and I love, okay, hold on. My eyes will start watering now, of course. Ugh. Y'all, it's not even spring yet, and why my allergies are already acting up? As soon as the sun comes out and I guess the snow starts melting, of course my allergies are going to mess up. We'll leave all that out. So again, keeping that in mind, I was looking for wooden bowls today, and I was able to find one, and I did pick it up. This is the color that I absolutely love. I love this primitive bowl. I don't think it's probably just vintage. It's not antique. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. But I thought it was perfect. It was $20. A little bit more than I wanted to spend, but I thought that it was still, again, I liked the age color. I liked the color, but I liked the aging of it, and to me it was worth it. So I did go ahead and pick that up. And the last thing I got, and I'm probably the most excited about, y'all. So, I mentioned in my pie safe that I always wanted to have quilts in there. And eventually I think I will. But another collection that I have been seeing that I really thought I wanted to start was homespun. And I found this one. It's a runner. I can't get it all out here for you, but I think I showed it to you in the video. But I thought, first of all, it's beautiful. And I thought it would be pretty for the summertime when I do patriotic, but it's also just exciting because, again, it is my first piece of homespun. I don't know if I want to do like a collection in a basket, or, I mean, even in the pie safe would be really pretty, but this is a new collection that I want to start. I just think it's so incredibly pretty. It definitely fits into, the primitive cottage, country, farmhouse, whatever you fall on that spectrum. Definitely falls in that category. So I was very happy with that. This was $19. So overall, a very successful trip. I am very, very happy that I was able to come up here and make the trip. So we're going to go on to the next spot and see what else we can find. All right, y'all, now I'm going to take you to another one of my favorite stores that I like to visit. I actually come here when I'm needing more candles or accessories like that. This is one of the places that I know they always have them, so I always come here. The first thing I saw, y'all, was this adorable bird feeder. I was so tempted by this, and honestly, I recorded this 2 days ago now, and I am still thinking about that bird feeder. I might have to go check that one back out. All right, y'all. So when I come to this store, I'm going to just be very transparent here. This store reminds me a lot of Kirkland's. I go to Kirkland's to get inspiration. I don't have Kirkland money unless it's on sale or they're having some kind of special. I typically can't afford to shop at Kirkland's. And I will say this place is kind of pricey as well. But every time I come here, I get so much inspirations. I love looking at their vignettes, and I enjoy coming to the store for that purpose. Now, there are things, again, like I mentioned, I do come here for the candles. They have like the primitive lights and things like that they always have in stock. So I do come here for that because you can't just, go to Walmart and find those things. But I will say, this place can be a little bit more pricey, but to me, again, the inspiration is still well worth a trip. And they always have right here, I'm showing you guys, they always have beautiful florals. And I've mentioned this before, I do prefer to get my florals at places like this, mom and pop shops or antique stores, or, if someone's making them homemade instead of going to, the big box places that we like to go to, just because I feel like to me, it's better quality often. And, to me, it's better, well spent money. So that's just my, my dig on that. And then I loved that they called it a hall bench. I absolutely loved that. All right, y'all, we have talked about this before, and I feel like, I have explained kind of my style, I guess, is kind of primitive cottage, but I saw that chandelier right there in the corner, and I think that's probably more like shabby chic, but I really liked that, and I thought that would be so cute, like in a little girl's room or, a powder room. That would be so pretty. So here's the question, and let's talk about it in the comments. Is there like a general overall category that houses, farmhouse, cottage, primitive, shabby chic? Is there like a grand name that we need to create, or is it like I'm just missing out on it? Because I feel like all of those styles really truly do kind of overlap in a lot of ways. So it makes it really, I think it's a lot of fun. And I feel like I'm reaching a big group of people here, because again, you might say I'm only farmhouse or I'm only cottage, but really there's so much of it that does truly overlap. It's such a wonderful style, I think. All right, y'all, here is the next piece of homespun that I saw on this day. Now, this one was a little bit more outside my price range that I really wanted to spend, but that is so beautiful. And I told you guys I was drawn to blue on this day too. I don't know what's happening to me. All right, and now I'm going to share with you truly the reason I come here, besides the inspiration, the candles, and the lights that they have, y'all. So you guys know I love me some battery operated, non-burning, non-flame candles, but these are the ones that look like they actually have the flame. And she has a lot of different styles here. Now, I will say I was kind of disappointed on this day because they were completely like out of stock of the ones that I personally like. I'm going to show you guys a picture here in just a second, but I like I think they're called like coffee colored, where it's kind of that creamy off-white, but then it has like the coffee ground brown speckle looking to it. I don't know what it's called, y'all. If you know what it is, please share it in the comments with me, because I'm sounding kind of ignorant right now, but but it's got like the coffee. Here it is right here. but it has that the drip, the real wax feel, which I think is beautiful. But then it's got those like coffee brown, and then they also have like the primitive brown and black candles that I like here too. But they were all sold out, and I actually asked the lady about it. She said, yeah, they had just placed an order because right after the holidays, they had sold out of everything. So I was kind of disappointed because I was hoping to come home with some tapers. Now this place actually has the smaller tapers, which is what I use in my shelving and stuff, because the tall tapers just don't fit. And y'all, look at this cabinet. Oh my goodness, I was so tempted by that. I just didn't really have that in my budget on this visit, but I thought it was so pretty. But yeah, I was definitely tempted by that. All right, y'all, now I am taking you to a brand new antique store. I have actually never been here, and I feel really bad because, again, I come to Newmarket and I visited those last two stores all the time. I don't know how I've missed this antique store, and it was like less than 3 miles from the last place. No clue how I didn't know about it, but I definitely hit it up today. And the first thing that I saw that completely drew me in, y'all, any antique store that has a porch like this that, is miles long and has all this stuff, I'm gonna hit up. I love a good porch. This is like my dream house has one of those wraparound porches, and this definitely is a very welcoming, like, come on, sit down, y'all. Right up here they have rocking chairs and the checkerboard ready for you to play. I could definitely sit on this porch and hang out for an afternoon. So there were a couple things in this booth that really caught my attention. Now, my husband and I, we are not drinkers, but I saw this wine rack and I just thought, how pretty would that be if you had a big collection of rolling pins? That would be a really pretty way to display those. I actually have a wine rack on top of my refrigerator. It's a tabletop kind that I actually display my rolling pins in, and I thought that one was really pretty. And then of course I saw some more of these wooden bowls. Again, these are not old by any means, and then I actually see some more here that I guess that people are actually doing the wood burning into them. I think they were really pretty, but again, it just wasn't quite what I was looking for. Y'all, and here's some more of that spongeware pottery. I have never seen it in this brown before. I thought this was actually really pretty. This store was so big, and I honestly felt like I was getting lost and I was in a big maze because they had a lot of like these catty corners and halls like that one that don't actually lead back to it. So you had to like turn around, and I felt like I was getting lost, but it was really big. I felt a little overwhelmed, and I definitely want to go back when I have a little bit more time because I felt like I was also rushing through here. And that may have also contributed to me getting lost so much, but I really like the store and I do want to go back. And then I saw this incredible shelf of creamers, and I was so kind of upset because I couldn't get over there and dig because y'all see all these boxes they have right in front of it. So I felt like I couldn't get over there and really like dive in there, but I was definitely intrigued by that shelf. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome you to the room of Corelle dishes. Y'all, I actually had to put my camera down and look in this room. My mom, us growing up, we had this particular pattern of Corelle dishes growing up. And my mom has actually been, for the last probably year, looking to add more luncheon plates. So I actually had to stop the camera and look to see if they had them. But they were $5 and I think 50 cents or $6 a piece. I'm like, well, no, we're not going to pay that. But I was really impressed on how much they had in this room. Y'all, and this beautiful piece of furniture right here, this absolutely caught my eye. It was stunning. I love the color. I love the age. I love everything about that, except the price. So it could not come home with me, but that was a beautiful side table. All right, y'all, this was my favorite room in this entire antique mall. I absolutely love these glass and crystal butter dishes and these salt crocks and all of these just beautiful pieces in this area. And here in just a second, I'm going to show you the oil lamps. Just absolutely stunning. I think any of these things make beautiful collections, but I just absolutely loved this room. There are so many pieces in here that I personally collect, that I enjoy. And here was my favorite. I'm showing you here momentarily, the oil lamps. Y'all, I love oil lamps. I think obviously they're useful when, our power goes out, we utilize them. But I just think they are so incredibly beautiful. I loved these right here. They have like the milk glass and the hobnail touches on them. But this mini lamp right here caught my attention. I wanted this lamp so bad, y'all, but it was so outside of my price range. But it is now on my wish list for the future. All right, so now we're going to backtrack, get back up to the front of the store so that we can go to the other side. All right, y'all, I'm going to show you my favorite piece of the day, but also the heartbreaker because it could not come home with me. Look at this bowl, y'all. It hit all the check marks for me. It was just outside of my price range, unfortunately. But yeah, I had to swallow that one. That was a tough pill to swallow, but that is a gorgeous bowl. Again, it's on the wish list. We're going to keep on looking. We'll find it eventually in our price range. All right, y'all, we're real life in here. I told you in the video, I'm sitting here editing this video and I realized I never finished the haul, so we're gonna do it really quickly. Forgive me, I'm in the midst of homeschooling and cleaning and laundry, so you're hearing that going and, you know, last minute stuff. So I showed you guys the video and I had the haul of the first store, but I never showed you the Goodwill stuff. In the video, I went into that country store and it had those candles I was looking at. And I really wanted to get some, but they didn't have the color I want. But if you'll remember back, and I'm gonna try to insert a little photo right here showing you what I'm talking about. But on that table, they also had small votive candles there as well that I really liked, but I didn't pick them up. So y'all, when I went into Goodwill, you will never believe what I found. And I just unwrapped these, so I wanted to show you guys. I'm just opening the box. But these are those votives that I found. And it was a box of 12. Y'all, I paid $4.99 for these. And I've already showed you what they were on Amazon. But y'all, I got them. I about had a fit because they were the exact ones I was looking at, y'all. But look at this. Y'all are gonna die when you see this. Half of these, so there's 12 in here. Half of these still have the little tabs, y'all. They've never even been used. So not only did I get these at a great price, but y'all, 6 of these have never even been touched. So these will be perfect little additions. I am so excited about that. I thought that was an incredible, incredible steal. So I absolutely had to pick those up. All right, y'all, that was my birthday trip. I had an opportunity to I ended up going to like 5 stores on yesterday, and I had such an incredible day. And then we were able to go to church on Wednesday night, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful day, surrounded by my family and my kids and my husband. So it was just a wonderful day. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy thrifting, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.